And starting things off by taking a closer look at a trend that has just taken off all over the internet, the airwaves, and more this week. From athletes to celebrities, musicians to politicians, service members to firefighters, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge is getting more widespread by the day, raising money and awareness for the neurological disorder known as Lou Gehrig's disease. One of the videos that grabbed a lot of local buzz yesterday was this one from our good buddy, Buffalo Sabres broadcaster Brian Duff. He took the challenge in memory of a friend who lost his battle to ALS earlier this summer.
In honor of Harold and his family, and certainly all of Sabres supporters everywhere, it's time to take the plunge. And I will challenge John Comel, Chris Baker, and Chris Rendak to do likewise.
Now, Brian was feeling a little bit under the weather yesterday, but he wanted to make sure that the three gentlemen he challenged there came through with their responsibility, especially Harbor Center President John Cuomo. So I actually went down to make sure that that happened. Here's what happened. Standing inside the fences now at the Harbor Center construction site, we're with President John Cuomo. John, how's construction coming along?
Very, very well. We're a little more than 2 months away from opening our doors right here at 716, as well as the facility in total. So exciting times. We're clearly coming down the home stretch toward the starting line.
It sure is, but that's not the only reason that we have met up today. I have been sent here by Brian Duff to make sure that you accept the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge that he sent your way. Do you accept that?
Absolutely, and readily so, proudly so, on behalf of all of us at Harbor Center. In fact, I've got 4 of my teammates here with me to take the challenge right along with Brian.
All right, they have all assembled, and I can assure you that they are using authentic Zamboni ice from the rinks at First Niagara Center because, hey, hockey people, it's hard to make them cold, right?
We're tough. We're a tough lot. And Chuck, Don, Chris, and Olga will prove that firsthand right along with me. So we're in it as a team. We'll take it as a team. We'll do the dump as a team.
All right, that sounds good. I'm going to get out of the way and count you down. This is the ALS Challenge with the Harbor Center team right from inside the construction zone. Good luck, guys. 3, 2, 1. How's it feel? Now, of course, all of these Ice Bucket Challenge videos are obviously very fun to watch and silly as they seem, but it turns out they're making a huge impact on the fight against ALS. Right now, we are bringing in Julie Garland from the ALS Association upstate New York. People probably accidentally call you that all the time with that last name.
All the time. Right? It's okay.
But like we said they're so fun to watch, and that's why this campaign has become so viral, right?
Right. Oh, exactly. It's been great for us. We've never seen anything like it.
And I read a number this morning that there's some reports out there that say that this challenge has raised $7.5 million, upwards of that in just 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's up about the same time period last year. They raised just over $1 million, so it's been huge.
So that's more than 7 times the amount than a year ago. Now, a lot of people, when this was first picking up steam earlier last week, earlier in the summer, people said, that's just silly. What is that really doing? But from your perspective inside the organization, this is really priceless publicity, isn't it?
It's priceless. We have not seen this kind of visibility for ALS ever, so that's huge. The impact that it's having, the awareness that we're hoping carries on down the road when the social media fun is over, that's going to be huge for us. We have about 106,000 new donors nationally that have all contributed to that upwards of 7 million figure. So we're just hoping that the momentum keeps up down the road and that with all this new awareness we can continue the ongoing research.
And these people are not only donating money, but they're talking about ALS and bringing it into the forefront. It's been a trending topic every day. We have a soundbite actually from one of the gentlemen who has been credited with starting this whole trend. His name is Pat Quinn from Westchester. Let's take a listen to that.
Something like an Ice Bucket Challenge where people just say ALS, the awareness gets out there, maybe a few more people will look at why stop now? You have a shot at changing the world in a way. There's no reason to stop. Have fun. Not only have fun, but you're creating awareness for a disease that has none. Something special that's happening right now. God willing, the cure could come.
And his personal story is that he was diagnosed with the disease about a year ago. He's in his 20s. This disease, does it really have a face? It can affect anyone at any point in their life, right?
It can affect anyone. We have, you know, people we know, like you said, who are in their 20s all the way up through their 60s and 70s. It really has no barriers,
and there is no
unfortunately.
known cure at this time.
There is no cure. There is only one approved treatment on the market, and that really only extends life by about 3 months, and that's it. There is really not much out there for these people. It's a horrible disease.
So when you get involved with the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge or with one of your other walks throughout the year, this money is going towards research that hopes to find a cure, right?
Exactly. This money will support all of the association goals and mission, which is research, first and foremost, the ongoing and new research, the care services, which is huge, which is what I do, which includes support groups, reaching out to people who have the disease and hopefully making their lives a little bit easier, and of course the public policy. So the money supports all of those things.
And we just had our walk here in Buffalo, the Walk to End ALS, a couple weeks ago. So if you're wanting to get involved in that, there are some more in upstate New York throughout the next couple weeks, though.
There's 2 more walks upcoming. Our walk in Buffalo was a huge success. They raised way more than last year. They're up to about $175,000 at last count. So they did a great job. September 13th, we have a walk in Syracuse, and September 20th in Rochester.
And I read this morning that both of those have already seen an uptick in registration because of this trend.
Yeah, that's one of the impacts that we've really seen locally, is that people are getting excited and they're getting on board. So that's just the great thing about all this.
Absolutely. Where do you think it goes from here? Because as with every trend, it will probably die down at some point.
Right. What we hope is that with more people aware of it, that they continue to learn more. They continue to, you know, contribute, to advocate for them. We had heard prior that about half the population really wasn't even familiar with this disease. So the exposure itself will hopefully just grow the cause and just keep that research going and, you know, finally do something for this terrible disease.
Always fun to take a great way to spread a serious message in a fun way.
Exactly.
All right, thanks so much for shedding even more light on ALS this morning.
Thank
We appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.